Hi, I'm Christina Fox, and in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to cover this particular little box. So in a previous one, all I did was prepare them. So what I want to do with these ones is I'm going to cover them in eggshells and then paint them to make it sort of look like a sort of dragon skin. I've seen a video on this. This must be able. This is this is doable. So the next thing I need to do is work out how I'm going to stick the eggshell to these, and I've not tried this before, so I've got no idea whether this will actually work or not. So probably I should have tried this before I started recording, but what the heck, I'm going to give it a go. So what I've got is I've been saving up loads of eggshells, and I've done another video, and I'll put that up on how to sort of clean them out and make them sort of ready for use. But I think all I really need to do is just put some glue on, break up the eggshells and stick them to the glue. At least I'm hoping that's all I need. So first of all, I'm going to need glue. I'll be back. So that's the, let me just get that in there. That's the bottom of the box. And I've got my glue. So I'm actually going to put it on quite thickly, I think. Because of course the eggshells won't lie flat. So I'm not sure how well these are actually going to stick. But let's give it a go. Oh, actually that's not too bad. Okay, so that's my plan A, which is just gluing it straight onto the cardboard. I'm going to try plan B as well, just to see whether it does work or not. Now what my plan B is another failure, which is I made some of this stuff, which is called cold porcelain, and it's just too sticky. So when I've tried to do stuff with it, it just sticks so much that it doesn't seem to work the way it's kind of supposed to. So what I thought I would do is if I squidge this down inside and put the eggshells on the top and sort of use it as a sort of cushion underneath. Because of course the trouble with eggshells is they're rounded, which is why they'll hopefully look like scales. But it also means it's a problem sticking them to anything flat. Whereas this, because it's kind of gooey, it's made with corn flour, PVA glue, some oil, a bit of vinegar. And there's lots of recipes for it on YouTube. But say it's just been a tremendous fail as far as I'm concerned. I tried to use it to make some of these little skulls that I'm doing and moulds, and it was just a disaster. But I think for this it might actually work really well, because if I put my egg there and then squidge, you see that goes on a lot better than it did on just the flat box. I may have put a bit too much there. Let's do that. But this might, I may get some victory out of the jaws of defeat on this one. Yeah, this is so much easier to stick to the box. that is definitely much better. I think that's going to be much more convincing. So I think I might even do the sides, because I should have enough of this stuff, and I need to get rid of it because it's absolutely no use for what I'd intended. So let's see if I can. So this is pretty much dried, so what I'm going to do is paint it red and then sort of antique it, get sort of black into all the crevices. So I'm going to use this one. This is primary red. So I'm pretty much on the home straight now. I did put an extra coat of red on here because it was looking a little bit thin, and so I just topped up the black on this one as well, just to be on the safe side. And then the top I'm going to sort of antique, which means just putting a darker colour on it and then rubbing it off so that it gets into all the sort of nooks and crannies and cracks and looks like dirt has sort of got ingrained into the sort of scales and texture of the box. So what I've got here is just black, and I'm going to use some more burnt umber, because I think if there was dirt it wouldn't be very black, it would just have the edge taken off it. And then I'm going to add some water, because I want this to go into the cracks, so I want it to be quite sort of loose. So I'm going to put it on, see if I can get it into the cracks, and then can you see? So that's the idea, to just make it look like there's dirt in there. So this, you've got to get it into all the nooks and crannies, but you don't want it to dry. It's got to really look like dirt. So that's pretty much all the antiquing done. Now I did rub a little bit too hard here, so I just need to go around with a little bit of red paint and just touch up a few little spots there. And there we go. So I hope you're convinced that that looks like a box covered in dragon scales, and that's going to be part of my apothecary's drawing room. That's going to be one of the props.